Hey there. Welcome to the Solomon Project, where it's not how much you make, it's how much you keep that counts. I'm your host, Richard Burns. Is it a sign? Is it a sign? I don't know. A sign? I don't know if it's a sign, but we're going to go over it. But before we do, let me throw up this disclaimer first of all. The financials information here is for general informational purposes only. It should not be considered financial advice. You all can go ahead and read the rest of it. All right, that's enough. Let me hit you with the fair use disclaimer. Matter of fact, you know what? Let me take this banner off right quick so you can read the whole thing. And let's go back to the previous one because I didn't give you a chance to read it all the way down to the bottom because I had that banner in the way. I want to make sure you get to read everything if you need to. Oh, this is interesting. I don't recall putting this up. So let's hide it. I put my Patreon information back up. Yeah, I got my Patreon back up, activated once again. Getting the feeling that it's about to get active. Got some people that have expressed some interest in some really delicious things that I have to offer. Absolutely scrumptious. And I want to show you why the question, is it a sign? I'm going to show you if it's a sign or not. The professor was at it again. Yeah. The professor did it again, and I want to show you what she did. Make sure there's no. Look at that face. Look at that face. She looks like a star. The professor looks like a star. Yeah, watch. Look at her. All up in the corner right there. She's all up in the corner. But stop looking at her and look at the and look at the title. Okay? Stop looking at her. Stop looking at her. Desperate times call for digging into your 401k. That's the title. Let me tell you something. Don't let my junior high school teacher catch you using the word O or using the letter O to express the number zero. You better call it what it is. You better call it a zero. So it's 401k. Because if you call it an O, my junior high school math teacher will give you a zero on your Delaney card. You know what a Delaney card is? If you're old, you know what a Delaney card is. It's a little card. We used to have this binder. Was it a binder? I guess it was a binder. But every student had to put their name, and it was arranged according to where you were sitting. You were assigned seats, so you had to sit wherever you were sitting. That the Delaney card with your information would go right on that slot. And in the beginning of the semester, the teacher would know who you is because of the Delaney card and the placement of the Delaney card in accordance with your seat. The title says, Desperate Times call for digging into your 401k. Now, that's important. That's important. Is there anyone here that does not know what a 401k is? So a 401k is a qualified retirement account. Because it's a qualified retirement account, there's some rules that go along with that type of retirement account, as opposed to an unqualified retirement account. When you typically offered by an employer, when you come on board to a company and you're working with HR, HR is encouraged to offer you this retirement account, this 401k retirement account. They're encouraged. If you ask around, or maybe you experience this yourself, sometimes they're kind of pushy about it. Yeah, sometimes they are. Why push the 401k? Because it represents a tax break for the corporation that's hiring you or the company that's hiring you. Yeah, yeah. So you elect to have a certain percentage of your pay redirected into this account. Now you saw the disclaimer, this is not financial advice, okay? So a percentage of your pay goes into this account. Because it's a qualified account, the amount that's put into this account has not been taxed. You know how when you get your paycheck and you read, because it's got one number, but you're taking home a smaller amount than that bigger number? Yeah. You know what that's all about? Having taxes taken out. So you're going to see a smaller number, which is what you're taking home after that amount is taken out. You might have a smaller amount on top of that smaller amount because you got a portion of your pay being redirected to the 401. Let me explain how that works. Okay, don't get tough. I'm going to explain it to you right now. Check this out. And this is where I strongly recommend you go see a certified public uh, accountant. Yeah. What the hell does CPA stand for again? Man, I'm losing it. Anyway, go see an accountant, right? Stop playing with me. Everybody in the hood, check this out, okay? There's a way of balancing things out. Remember, this is not financial advice. That money, when they take that money out of your check, they don't tax that money. So that money that's going into your 401k is untaxed. That money that's going in is your principal. Principal. Now, while it's sitting in the 401k, let's say you got $1,000 in your 401k. You look the next day or the next 2 days, you didn't put any money in yet. You got to wait another week before the money goes in. But right now, you're looking at the $1,000 in there, and then 2 days later, you see maybe 1,000 plus an extra 100 in your 401k. That's a return on your investment. You got money, you made some money. Your $1,000 made some money. But that $1,000 that you put in out of your check, that's your principal, not your return. Keep that in mind. This is not a test, but keep that in mind. All right, so let's go back. Back in the day, I'm going to see how far back in the day that was, because that was back in the day. You used to go to a company, and I'm sorry to jump around. You would be hired by a company, and sorry, one of the benefits that you had working at the company were or was a pension. So when you retired, you had a pension. You worked, the company would pay you a certain amount of money, but on the company's books, you were making more. And that extra, that more, would be sent to your account or an account that had your name on it. That was going to be your retirement from that company. Corporations didn't want the responsibility of having to manage your retirement. So Congress passed an act so that it can take the responsibility off the hands of the company you work for and created this independent vehicle, an independent vehicle for you to have for your retirement and replace the whole pension thing. So now you got the 401k. So Congress said, you know what? There are three people that are going to benefit, or three entities that are going to benefit from this shift. I mean, that's an interesting way of putting it, no? Three people benefiting as opposed to one, just the worker. You know how much love corporations have for workers. Hey, well, thank you for that. Thank you for that, Nunu. And that's love, okay? Because if you don't feel well and you came over here using up some of your time to show support for me, that's love. I acknowledge that as love. Thank you for the love. So I want to continue talking about how, with this change of taking this, I don't know if it was an obligation or not. I gotta go through my notes again, but the pension was definitely like an attraction for you to come work for a particular company. It was like the types of benefits that used to attract people to the workplace. but you as the uh, as the employee were the only one benefiting from it. But now with this great new idea, how it was sold to people, how it was sold to companies, you you the individual, the employee controlled the amount up to a certain amount. You control the amount that you put into your own retirement account. Woo! This is your retirement account. You have control. Wow, I got more control. People like that. See, that's how marketing works. The way marketing works, the way that marketing works is that they select certain words that that the marketing knows is going to trick. You see, did I have my butt crack out? I don't know. But they know, hey, Miss Queen, is it too early for you? I'm still in Texas. What time is it out here? 7 o'clock? Yeah, it's 7 o'clock. Is it too early for you, Queen? So marketers, of course, they understand everything associated with the brain, and when they use a term like control and say you're in control, woo! What? I'm in control? My retirement? Oh, I'm in. Yeah, did you see the butt crack when I got up? Five. How is it five? Am I too far over? I am in Texas. I'm up in Lubbock. Oh, okay. So did you see the butt crack? See it? No? Okay. Maybe you came on too late. Nunu might have seen it. Plumber's crack. So it sounds great. So now the company is relieved of this responsibility of having to put money aside for this benefit called a pension. And now Congress comes through and passes this 401k thing back in 1978, but it didn't really start till 1980. What? You don't live up there? You live up there? No way. Wow. Okay. Wow. I didn't know you lived up there. Hey, he was laughing. Okay, so what's the big deal about the 401k? The big deal is this. Now you got three parties benefiting from this, not just you alone now. How that is? Look, before the corporation used to take money out and they would have to have financial managers manage your retirement account. And in all honesty, just how dedicated were they to making sure that your retirement account grew to the best of their ability? What? I didn't know that, Queen. Wow, Queen, you're blowing my mind. I don't know. Can you see where my brain is? Just blew my mind. So check this out. So who are the three parties that are now benefiting from this 401k? You're one of them. However, the average person that has a 401k, just how much do they know uh, about portfolio management? Just about none. So guess what? The brokerage, oh, I got you. I got you. The brokerage that's offering the 401k, like Schwab, like uh, Fidelity, they offer this 401k. The corporation allows this brokerage to offer their employees the 401k, but do you think they're doing that for free? Hell no. Hell no. Now, the brokerage has a customer. You're the customer. Maybe without this 401k, they may have 5,000 customers. But now, with a corporation with 50,000 employees, Professor, come on in. It's about your look. Look, Professor, this is what it's about. Oh, look at the professor. Stop looking at her. Desperate times call for digging into your 401k. I'm picking up on that. I'm piggybacking off your thing. Hey, Professor. Oh, I can't hear you. Is it me? Do I sound robotic again? Uh-oh. Hey, quiet! What's going on? Professor, is it your microphone again? You got to adjust it again? There we go. Was it your mic? Uh-oh, Professor, I can't hear you. Can you guys hear me? Hold on. Got me a massage. Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay, that's what it is. All right. All right, so while you're getting it, hopefully you can see and hear what I'm saying. Because, okay, so y'alls, I'm piggybacking off of the professor's topic, just so that you know. So going back to what I was saying, so now checking this out, right? Check this out. Okay, perfect. Thank you. So now you got a brokerage that might have had 2,000 customers, but now with this 401k, with this corporation with about 50,000 employees, woo! Now we're talking about what, maybe another 40,000 customers? Yeah. Okay, cool. Yes, keep trying. So, what do you think? You're going from 2,000 customers to 42,000 customers because of this retirement vehicle? And guess what? All these people at the company that are receiving this 401k, they don't know how to manage this stuff. They don't know nothing about stocks. How about now, Professor? What? Professor playing games. So, yes. So, all these people that have their 401k, somebody from the brokerage is going to have to manage their account. You know what happens when they manage your account? Go ahead, Professor, say something. Still? That microphone needs some juice. That microphone needs a hit. That microphone needs a blast. So now all these people require the services of the brokerage. Cha-ching. Because for them to manage your retirement account, there's a fee that's taken from your portfolio. Okay, cool. So, of course, everybody, oh, but I didn't tell you how the company was. Hold on. Chill, y'all. I'm going to tell you how the company wins too. They contribute into your account. Now, they only contribute up to so much. Sometimes you'll hear them say they contribute dollar for dollar. Now, I don't know how much it is now. I think it's like $22,000 or $24,000 max that you can contribute. Max for the year. Max. And they always say that they either contribute a certain percent per dollar or dollar for dollar. But that don't mean that the company contributes $22,000 along with your $22,000. There's a cap. There's a cap. I think it's somewhere around $3,000. So you contribute 22,000, they'll put in another 3,000. You have a total of $25,000. $25,000 that are working. That's churning. Oh, let me not use that word churning because I'm gonna explain why. But you got 25,000. Do you keep those extra 3,000 every year or 4,000, whatever it comes out to? Maybe. What you mean, maybe? What you mean? Well, hold on. Don't catch an attitude because they are contributing. So don't catch an attitude. Don't have me shake my finger at you. What? You have to be past the 5-year mark for you to keep that money that's contributed by the company. You have to be vested. That's the term. The term is vested. Not a vest. Vested. That's the term. When you hit that 5-year, when you go past that 5-year mark, now you're vested. So the past 5 years, the company's been contributing to your 401k. Now you can keep that. So the company is being so nice to you now. They're contributing to your retirement account. They weren't contributing before. Not really. It was part of your pay. They would just separate that from your pay and put it in a retirement account called your pension. No, they're not being nice. They're not being nice. Those $3,000, $4,000, whatever it is that they contributed to your 401 is a tax break for the company. Oh, they weren't just being nice. No, they weren't just being nice. They're benefiting from it. So now there's the shift from a pension to 401. Now the company is benefiting from it by getting a tax break. The brokerage is benefiting from it because it just got a whole bunch of new clients that they charge a fee. And then there's you. Now, keep in mind, average yearly return. Average. Okay. Oh, absolutely, no. Absolutely benefiting from it. If this company has 50,000 employees.
Hello.
Hey, Professor, you made it. Oh my God. Hey, Professor, just for making it in, I'm gonna show your face one more time. One more time. Show your face one more time.
What did I do? What did I do this time?
Well, you did this. Look. Bam. That's what you did. That's your time's call for digging into your 401. So I'm breaking down what a 401 is.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah. If you want me to repeat anything that you didn't hear, you let me know.
Oh no, I'm
I'll
good.
do it again.
No, I'm good.
Okay.
I'll just replay it later.
Okay. All right, cool. So, all right, stop looking at it. Now, yeah, the company's benefiting because again, now imagine having 50,000 people employed in that company and all 50,000 have elected to do this 401k. If you do the math, that's a lot of money that the corporation's getting in for a tax break. That's a lot of money. So now they're benefiting from it. And again, the brokerage is getting benefiting from it because the only idiot with the 401k, they look at this person as an idiot. The only idiot with the 401k that decides to manage their own portfolio and not have to pay a fee is that knucklehead Richard Burns from the Solomon Project. Who the hell is this guy and why is he? No, call him. Hello? Yeah, this is Fidelity. You want to know why you're managing your own account. What? Because I'm a former broker, you dummy, and I get a much larger return than you do, than you provide me. Oh, really? Yeah. I'm in the high, let me not say high, but I'm in the double digits between 20 and 30% return, sucker. Oh, all right. Do your thing. Thank you. Bye. Because the company's not going to want me to be removed from this 401k just because I manage my own and the brokerage doesn't get that extra cha-ching because I'm managing my own stuff. No. They're still getting it. Now, isn't that nice? It's a retirement account. It's a qualified retirement account. So there's some rules with the qualified retirement account. Now because y'all are here, and whoever is gonna watch this later or watch it or is watching this now, I'm gonna give you a little something, okay, that you can use, that you could do at any point in time throughout the year, okay? This is a little something. It's a gift from Mr. Richard Burns. Same financial advice. When I do my W-4, right? The W-4 is where you put in all your information and elect how much you want taken out of your check for tax purposes and all that other stuff. That W-4 is an instruction. Sometimes people get nervous and scared and confused. It's only for instructional purposes that you tell the company, hey, I want X amount or X percent taken out from my taxes. But guess what I do? Something tricky, something like this. So I go to my accountant and I tell my accountant, listen, man, I want to max out my 401k. Hear me? I want to max it out. So whatever it is for the year, I want to put the maximum contribution, which is somewhere between 22, 24,000. I don't know what it is right now. It has changed throughout the years. You can always check. You can always Google it, find out. Anyways, let's say I make $100,000 for the year. And I told my accountant, listen, I want to maximize my contribution. What does that mean? That means that, let's say it's $24,000. So my check is going to be $100,000 for the year, $100,000 minus those $24,000. So what do I have left? I got left $86,000. Is that what I got left? 86,000. From 100,000 down to 86,000. Man, I'm bringing home less money, right? Necessarily, because I got a little trick. Here's my trick. Oh, here comes D. Double D. Double D, baby!
Hey, how y'all doing?
D, you look like you're hyped.
I am. Hey, Miss Professor.
Hello, DeAndre.
So Double D, you came in at a beautiful time, man, because I'm talking about the 401k, and what I'm about to say, you're gonna love it so much.
Excuse the background. That's my coffee maker.
You're good. You're like
good.
that sound. That's a beautiful sound. Yeah, that's a beautiful sound. Double D, what I'm about to break down, what I'm breaking down right now is so exciting. Look, check this out. You don't need a rubber for this one, okay? I know.
Oh, for
what
real.
You're about to,
come on.
What? I mean,
you thought we didn't catch that. Come on, Mr. Burns.
I'm here. I'm ready. I'm here.
Oh, okay. So now, from $100,000, I'm contributing to my 401k, and now the amount is down to $86,000. That $24,000 that got sent to the 401k was before my $100,000 got taxed. Before. So guess what? When my accountant has to do my taxes, is he going to do the taxes on $100,000? No. What? So what's he going to do it on? The 86,000 remaining. That's the part that's taxable now. Whoa. Now, what if the cutoff is 90,000 with regards to what bracket you're in? If you go above 90,000, you're in the 28th percentile. If you go below 90,000, you might be in the 26th percentile. So below 90,000, you're paying less percent on your taxes on your money. But if you go above, you're paying more percent on your salary. So the fact that I'm putting in 24,000 into my 401k, but I'm only being taxed on $86,000, that puts me below 90,000. So the percent that I pay in tax is less too. Oh, HR didn't tell me that. No, HR don't know nothing about that. But wait, there's more. Because now I tell my accountant, yo, check this out, man. Is there any way I could bring home more money? What do you mean? The accountant says. What, you can't hear, man? I said I want to maximize my contribution, but I want to bring home more money. Is that possible? Well, yeah, you could do that. Well, tell me how to do that. Did you fill out a W-4? Yeah. Okay. How many dependents did you put on your W-4? Zero, like every.
Oh. Okay, hold on.
Okay. Zero. I put 0 dependents down just like everybody else does. Okay. You put 0 down? I saw the hand coming and I jerked back because he tried to slap me in the face. Yo, why you trying to slap me in the face?
You're funny.
Let me explain what you just did by putting down 0. And we're going to fix that. When you put 0 down, when you come back to me and I do your taxes, you get a check back? Well, yeah, I get like $6,000 back. $7,000 back I get. Right, because you got dependents, but you don't put it on your W-4, right? Well, yeah, so, 7,000. That's great, no? No, it's not great. I don't understand. How is that not great? 7,000. What would happen if you took $7,000 and bought a bond that was returning 5%? You would have, at the end of the year, your 7,000 plus an extra 5% of that, which is $350. So you would have an extra $350 at the end of the year. But you know what you just did by putting down 0? You told the government, here, hold my 7,000. The government went and did what they had to do with the 7,000. Probably got a juicy return off that 7,000. And then they gave it back to you. But whatever return they got off that, you got none of it. Oh. This is what I'm going to do for you, okay? I'm going to make it. I'm going to tell you how many dependents you need. Put on your W-4 next time. Because you can change it. You can go to HR, tell them, listen, I want to change it. So I'm going to tell you exactly how many dependents you need to put on your W-4 so that You don't give the government any extra money, but they're not going to owe you anything either. And the amount that you wanted the government to hold, I want you to take that money and invest it. All right, cool. But how does that work for me with regards to my 401? Now you're maximized. And now instead of coming home with 86,000, you'll come home with 89. But you won't breach that threshold so that you're not in a different bracket. Oh, I liked it at that. Okay. Now, if you're disciplined and you were taking home 86,000 and now you're bringing home 89,999. You didn't cross the threshold. But what are you going to do with that money? Close to 4,000. I don't know. I was going to buy some sneakers. $4,000 sneakers? Shut up, bro. You're not buying $4,000 sneakers. This is what you do. How can you live on the 86,000? Okay. Yeah, I'm fine with the 86,000. I can vacation. I can do it. Then look, forget about the 4,000. Forget that they exist. You can do any of these things. You can open up a Roth IRA. Another retirement. Why would I do that? I'll explain. Shut up. Okay. Or you can open up an individual account. And in that individual account, you can go ahead and invest and make Mo money. Did I introduce you to Mo? Huh? Mo money? Oh, really? But what's this Roth IRA stuff, man? Why do I have two retirement accounts? I got the 401k. Okay, let me explain something to you. Hold on, let me wet my lips before I explain it. I don't want to. Yeah, I don't want to get chapped up.
You okay?
I'm better now. So, what's the story with the difference between the two? Okay. Do you know what the principal is? Yeah, I know what the principal is. That's the person that heads the school. No, fool. Not the principal of a school. A principal is the amount that you put into the account. Okay? So that's the amount I put into the account. Yeah, and then while it's in the account, it's going to make money. That extra money that it makes, that's not your principal.
Yeah.
So now you know what the principal is, right? Okay. So now you got a principal going into your 401k.
Okay.
And then you got okay. And then you got a principal. You got a principal. Hey, Cray. Thanks for coming in. Oh, there's so much love in here for me today. I love this. So you got the principal going into your Roth IRA, and then you got the principal going to your 401k. Now, the withdrawal of your principal before age 59 and a half, I think it's still 59. I don't know if they brought it up, but when I was a broker, it was 59, 59 and a half. If you take out your principal prior to 59 and a half, with your 401k, you're going to have to pay taxes on that money, and you're going to have to pay a 10% penalty on the principal. However, on your Roth, you didn't pay a tax on your principal. You did pay a 10% penalty, but not taxes. But why? And my accountant said, listen, stop screaming at me. Okay? I'll explain why. The money that goes into your 401k, the principal that goes into your 401k, has not been taxed. So when you pull it out, it's going to get taxed. But your Roth IRA, the principal that you contribute is already taxed. So it's not going to get taxed again on the way out. However, for both the 401k and the Roth, whatever you accumulate outside of your principal, that will get taxed on the way out prior to 59. But with the 401k, okay. Oh man. All right, Nunu. But thank you anyway. I'm really glad you came in.
Good
Thank you
night,
for the support.
Nunu. Good night, Nunu.
That's love.
Got his
So-
shoes.
So, so with the 401k, you can contribute up to age 70 and a half. Whatever returns you make beyond that, you got to pay 50% tax on it. 50% on your return? Yes. I don't know if they changed the law. Like I said, not financial advice. It's been a long time since I haven't been working in the financial industry. You may want to double check. But with the Roth, you can contribute beyond 70 and a half. No penalty, no taxation, no nothing. No nothing. Okay? And when you withdraw after 59 and a half with your Roth IRA, you ain't paying no taxes on nothing. Not on your returns, on your principal. However, the 401, you're paying taxes on everything. What the business contributed, what you contributed, your returns. Look what it does to you. After you start paying all those taxes, look what happens to you. Start whirling around like this, like you're a parrot or something. Yes. Now, the professor was talking about people digging into their 401 because times are hard. You can borrow off your 401. I think the limit is 50K. You can borrow up to 50K. You got 50K. Don't matter if it's an accumulation of contributions and returns, whatever. You can borrow off. Okay. However, they put a freeze on your investing. And you got to pay it off with interest. Now you keep the interest, that's your interest, but that interest is not, may not match the return you would get had you left it alone and kept allowing the money to be invested. Okay. Now again, if you find yourself in an emergency, in a financial emergency, and you want to withdraw from your 401k, and you ain't over 59 and a half, whatever you contributed on the way out, getting taxed at whatever rate you are, 29, 30%, getting taxed at that rate. Plus, you got to pay a 10% penalty. Also, on whatever the company contributed, also on whatever returns you got. So, you know, so how do you avoid that? Is that a good question? How do you avoid that? You avoid that by considering being a little more selective about where and when you spend your money, about investing as soon as possible, getting returns off your investment, about having an account with emergency money, That's how you can reduce the probability of you needing to go tapping into your retirement. Okay. Instead of tapping into your 401k.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah. Which
I'm
is
still
why on
here.
this channel.
I'm
What was that? I'm sorry.
I'm still I'm still here. I just got my camera off. I'm still here.
Oh, I thought that was you, and I thought that was you live right there with no mustache or nothing.
Yeah, I ain't got no mustache.
I know when I was watching your video today,
Yeah, you
I
seen
was asking myself, I said, damn, DA never told me he had kids.
no,
I
that
thought
was
that was your
me.
son. Whoa, I thought that was your son. I said, yo,
Oh no.
D got
Double
kids and he ain't tell nobody.
Double D ain't got no double D's and he's not planning on having any.
Oh
What?
Lord.
Uh-uh.
Wow. Double D, you
Look,
look 11 in that video, man.
let me tell you, I got a compliment this weekend. Somebody told me, I showed somebody my ID. They were like, "You don't look like you 30. You look like you 19." I said, "Well, thank you. I must be doing something right."
Yeah. Whoa. I'm telling you, are you using something for your skin? Are you
It's actually I'm not. It's like a routine I got. I drink coffee, water, and I just stay in a good mood and have good vibes, I guess. Eating my
you don't
vegetables.
you don't spread you don't spread no cream on your face, man?
Uh, 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 close to
Not
that.
wait,
Ba-
what? No, hold on.
it's
What are
baby
what are you
oil.
talking about?
I put baby oil on my face. I don't put no.
Oh, okay. I
Uh.
put
This is
it
what
on my
happens when
backside. It
you're
works
not.
pretty good there
Oh
too.
Lord.
And that's what happens. Like, and I tell other people, I say that's what happens. Like when you stay to yourself and mind your business that pays you.
Listen,
And
man, I'm
drink.
gonna have to show it. I'm gonna have to show it. I have to show it.
Show
D, look
what?
at this. D.
How
Look at
how
this
you
video.
been? How you been, Miss Professor? How did your
Look
class
at this
go?
video. Look at this video the professor put
It
out.
went good. The class went good, DeAndre. Why you messing? You like that video, huh?
Oh yeah,
I gotta catch
that
up
video
on
was a banger.
your videos, Miss Professor. I haven't
Listen,
left you behind. I promise.
you can
I,
catch up. Mustard. You can do mayonnaise, all that.
I
This
don't like
video is a
mustard.
banger. No, no.
I don't like mustard, and I don't like ketchup.
Oh damn.
I like both
Mayonnaise is
of them.
okay.
Oh no, I do not like ketchup or mustard. Oh no.
Yeah.
Like,
Hold on. Did we have this conversation before? I think we did.
yeah,
Something about tomatoes.
Every time we get on this live, we have this conversation.
yep.
Every time.
I, I don't like fresh tomatoes.
I take if I have tomatoes on my burger when they fix it at the restaurant, I take them tomatoes off because I don't eat tomatoes.
Me either. I don't like them on my burger, but I like ketchup on my burger. That's what's funny.
And they come from tomatoes.
That's what's funny.
Yeah, I
Like
went to a spot. They put pickle on my burger, but they didn't even cut the pickle. It was just one whole big pickle on my burger.
I
oh
hate when
no.
people do that. I've heard of that. I have heard of that.
In the burger, not on the side. In the burger,
They'll slap it right in the burger. That's stupid. Just
without
cut it
cutting
up
it.
They
without.
must have ran out of dill pickles.
I don't know what the deal was, but look, chop that damn thing into slices at least. They put the
That's
whole
what
Yes.
I.
damn thing on the burger, and then they put the bun on top of the. So I had my. That didn't look right, man. I'm just telling you. They had
Mm-mm.
that damn pickle. You had that bun. You got that pickle in between the buns and the meat. Nah, man, come on. You don't do that. You
Silly.
don't
Leah,
do that.
I
I hate
cannot
when
come
she.
on this video, on this live, and not laugh every freaking time. I
No
can't.
kidding, right?
Listen, that just ain't
You
right. That's
you
all I'm saying.
you talking about pickles and cream and all that. I'm like, what's going on here?
Mayonnaise. That's the best.
Real mayonnaise, not that damn Miracle Whip. Oh my gosh.
I don't like
Oh
Miracle
Lord, don't
Whip.
do that.
Yeah. I don't like Miracle Whip either.
Ooh, Miracle Whip so nasty. I don't see why.
Nasty.
I don't know why everybody be hyping Miracle Whip over regular mayo. I
Yep.
love regular mayo.
Yeah, I
You
don't
looking at
like.
me? You looking at me like you want to say something smart?
No, I was gonna kiss you right on the screen.
No,
No,
you don't
don't
have
do
to do
that.
that.
Don't
No,
do that.
you ain't. You don't have to do that.
Mm-mm.
No, sir. No, you do not have to do that.
Do you put mayonnaise on your tacos?
No,
Ooh,
what?
that's
Who do that?
nasty. That's nasty. Are
Who
you
do
crazy?
that? What go on my taco is taco sauce, the salsa, and the sauce, and the lettuce, the bacon bits, and
Bacon bits?
They
yeah,
can make it better.
the real
They can make it
bacon.
better.
Yeah, the real bacon bits, not that contamination.
Is
The
that a Dominican thing? You put mayonnaise on your tacos, bro? That's nasty.
yeah,
What are you talking
yeah,
about?
it's got.
Mayonnaise,
I do.
mayonnaise,
I do.
mayonnaise on my cornflakes. How's that?
No, you
Uh-uh.
don't. No, he don't. Now I know you capping. No, you
But
don't do that.
I love like when I eat tacos. If I don't have bacon bits, it's totally fine. But I love the taco sauce and cheese and the
You know
I
that
just
taco sauce is tomatoes, right? Unless you're using hot peppers.
what? Wait a minute. So all these years I've been eating that taco sauce that you uh
That's got tomato in it. Read
For
the
shame, for
ingredients.
shame,
oh damn.
for
Well,
Unless
shame, for
they
shame,
knew how to
D.
take the taste out to where you didn't taste it.
I don't be tasting no tomatoes. It be so good. I can't it be
D,
so good.
D, all these years you've been putting tomato in your mouth.
Stupid.
See, there you go. See, there you go. You always cutting up.
Cutting up.
Can you be good for one day? You can't do that, can you?
Why do you think I was homeless? My parents kicked me out 'cause what?
Yep.
Not your parents kicked you out.
Shit. Everybody kicked me out.
Oh
Yeah, I
my
know you
goodness.
were homeless. I wonder how you got out of it though. Because New York is
That
cold.
was that was so I went from spring to late autumn, like early winter. And that's a good question. I don't even remember how I got out of that.
Oh
I
wow.
don't even remember. Yeah. I think it was tough love provided by my friends.
Oh.
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 Okay, so
Uh-oh.
Queen,
I heard that he said he got
you
out
can
of
open
it.
up you can start by opening up an individual account.
Is she talking about 401k?
Oh, so you EIN? Okay, yeah, no. So you open up the account under your company's name. You just got to be careful that they don't categorize you as a professional, and then you have to pay large sums of money every month to access the Nasdaq, all the indexes. 'Cause they charge you for it. So you just want to make sure that this is an individual account under your LLC or whatever corporate structure you got. Yeah.
Y'all. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you can put both your information on, but uh no, you know what? Don't put your if they're asking you to put either or, put your EIN. They're asking you to put either or.
I didn't know you could put your EIN on that stuff, and I have remember
Ah,
I registered mine and got it in December here in Washington State.
so you can open up an account for your EIN. Yes.
Mm-mm.
I don't know that I want to though.
Shit,
You
it's too
might,
much
if
shit
you
going
consider
on.
the tax implications, you might want to. Might.
Cause
It's just a thought. You could always go to an accountant and ask.
I want to. Oh, I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. I'm interrupting with y'all.
No, go ahead,
Finish.
say it. Were you about
Go
to
ahead.
say something about tomatoes?
No, it was something else.
Oh,
It was something. It
I
was
was ready.
something like it was something funny though. So this morning, I woke up like they tried. My folks tried to wake me up this morning. They were like, My alarm went off at 6:30 this morning. They were like, Dee Dee, Dee, and I didn't respond. They were like, Dee Dee,
You
Dee
didn't
Dee, and
respond. Were
yeah, I
your
didn't.
sheets floating?
No, like I guess I was in a deep sleep or I stopped breathing or something. I really don't know. And they kept trying to wake me,
You
and I
got
didn't
sleep
wake.
apnea?
I believe I do, cause
Hmm.
it many times they were calling me and I didn't respond. I'm like, oh, and I woke up when they woke me up. I was like, oh shit, I was in a deep, deep sleep. Like this ain't the first time that happened. They thought I was dead. They thought I was gone. They thought I had went
What?
on to glory. Yes, they thought I had went on to glory.
Man.
But I didn't. I was tired. I was tired. I was sleeping good.
Okay, what other options are they giving you, Queen, besides cash? What you really want is damn it, my brain. Yeah, what's the other option, Queen? Boom, 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 boom.
You
Yo,
been
look how
using your
look
you
what?
been using your other Facebook page lately, ain't you?
Yeah, lately I've been a little more active. You notice?
I've noticed. Now look, I was like,
Pick margin,
I looked at the
pick
name of
margin
it. Huh?
for Queen, pick margin.
Oh, okay.
No, you're fine. Check out my lips.
There you go.
Pick 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 margin, Queen. You don't want that joint account. Joint.
Oh, and Miss Professor, thank you for the cream. I don't know if I thanked you, but I want to say thank you. I'm enjoying it.
The
I
what?
don't know. She got me some that caramel macchiato cream.
Ooh, child.
Yes, it's so good. It is wonderful.
Ooh, child.
When you said that, I felt the soul in that. I felt the soul coming out of you when you said that.
Almost. Yeah, I almost coughed when I said that was the soul.
Look,
Ooh, child. Yo,
it's
the
like I heard.
professor. Yo, the professor's breaking that keyboard. Ta, 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 ta,
That's how I type.
ta, 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 ta.
This is why you messing.
Um,
Is it a bad thing to dip into your 401k? See, I have a thrift savings plan, so I wouldn't
well,
know.
I'll say this. Say this. You're doing the 401 with your current employer. Is that what you're doing?
I'm
Because your
doing,
savings is the military, right?
yeah, mine's is thrift savings.
So you have a 401,
I guess it's the equivalent. I can't explain it to you. The
or is
it's
it a 450 something B or whatever the hell number it is?
I guess that's what you want to call it. I don't. Okay, it's we call it the nickname we call it is thrift savings plan. With the
You know what?
government.
Yeah, because the government usually government usually
Now the active duty gets a 401k. Now
oh
you're not
really?
you're not grandfathered in like say your cousin, your nephew anymore. You're not going to get a retirement unless you're in other words, even if you just do 4 years when you get out your 401k goes with you.
TSP, that's what you got.
Yeah, thrift savings plan.
Yeah. Three-tier system. Basic benefit. Plan provides an annuity base. Annuities. Basic benefit is okay. So the coverage almost all federal hires after covered by FERS, Federal Employees Retirement System. Okay.
Yeah, the FERS. I'm under what's called FERS. Some people that are retiring are in the old system called CSRS, CSRS.
So that it has an agency matching contribution, so somebody else is benefiting from the existence of your account.
Wow.
Tax
Thanks
break.
when you put it that way. Thanks.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, I don't
Okay.
get 401k, but I know now the active duty does. You're not grandfathered in really for a traditional retirement, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Mm-mm.
I'm not a fan of those things
Not
because
in your
they
mind.
don't allow you to they don't allow you to control what's purchased and what's not purchased.
I think that was the military's mistake. Those people should still, after 20 years, get a pension for the rest of their life. That's how I think it should be.
Yeah.
TRICARE
Oh,
sucks.
okay, Queen. Yeah. Give me a call, Queen. Give me a call. We'll Did you finish the process? What that is?
But I brought that up to say that that's the desperate times we're living in. People are dipping in their 401ks. What are you happy about? What are you?
Hook it up is in the house. Homestead's in the
Oh,
house.
look it up, Homestead. I be
Homestead's in the
wondering.
house.
Hey,
Oh,
Homestead.
some people like. Okay, I got
I'll be
you,
right back.
Queen.
All right.
Cool, Queen. I'll help you. I'll help you. I'll help you. Okay, perfect. We'll finish it up. We'll finish it up. There's no so Homestead. Some people um they like mayonnaise on their sandwiches.
So the 401k.
Right, 401.
Why?
Girl, if you had my my math teacher in junior high school, he would choke a turkey out your head for saying 401.
Why?
Okay, I'll do that, Queen, because it's a zero. It's not an O. He would have freaked out. Okay, okay. So I'll call you after then. Yeah, he'll look at you like, yo, for what? What you say?
Yep.
Ooh wee. He would have lost his mind. That's a zero, not an O. Huh? Yeah, 401. You can say 401. He's not here, Professor. You can say 401.
Oh, okay.
Teacher's note.
My concern is that people are getting desperate and having to dip into that and to live. And like, what are you going to have to live on when you're older? What if you can't work?
You're gonna have an O
And
when
what
you
if you,
retire.
and what happens if you have to retire because you can't work?
See, these are all things. These are all the things that your circle of influence is supposed to have conversations with you about, right? Just like in business, you want to network. Well, in life, you want to network with people who are not so distracted that they'll only have a conversation with you if it only has something to do with sports,
I have.
all these.
Go ahead.
Sorry.
You're saying something. I'll
No,
finish my.
I was gonna. No, no, no. I was gonna repeat myself.
I'm gonna say something that's gonna come off as compassionate. Some of these people, not all, because I do believe some people are struggling. What are they doing in their life that's wasteful that could save them money? Are they going to Starbucks every day? Do they go to vending machines all of the time? Because these things add up. Can they grow some of their own vegetables in a cheap way, like in herbs, like Hook It Up Homestead? Because
They
this
could do
is why
more than that.
they can, yeah, that's what I'm saying. There are ways to offset these costs if you're willing to make the change.
Ah,
Rosemary, yeah,
willing to.
yeah. I'm not
Willing.
saying that these are bad people. It's just imagine the
No,
Americans who don't have your savings. You have it, and yet you won't offset your cost. It doesn't make any sense. Even I quit going to Starbucks every. I had a bad Starbucks habit that I just quit doing it a lot. You have to look at your overspending and see what you're doing wrong. This is why I have a roast inside of my crock pot in cooking at home. There are reasons for this. You got to
I,
offset your costs.
if I may say something about that, if I may say something about that, I really agree with you because I be watching a bunch of people's on TV shows and especially YouTube when they do their daily blogs, and they be like, "I have to have my Starbucks every morning. I have to have
did
it."
you hear that? I have to.
And then and then I be like saying to myself, I be pausing the video, I be saying to myself, no tea, no shade to nobody that loves Starbucks. I ain't been to Starbucks in about 6 years. I'm like, I'm like, you can get the ingredients and make your own Starbucks at home. I drink coffee every morning. It's not like Starbucks, but I call it Starbucks if I want to call it Starbucks. It might not be the Starbucks that a lot of people's drink, but hey, I think making your own coffee and drinks is much cheaper. It's much cheaper than Starbucks because when you get Starbucks every day, and it's like when you get a breakfast sandwich every day or McDonald's every day, Wendy's every day, that stuff adds up. Like literally, if I'm making it sound correctly, I'm not trying to be shady or nothing, but it's like why keep doing that when you can basically make your own drinks at home? But I guess everybody have their own different flows and flaws on how they do things. So I can't.
Bingo.
Yep.
Look at what Homestead says. When I spend money, I try to think how many hours did I have to stay at work to pay for this item, and is it worth it?
Oh, that's a good question. That is a good
That's an
question.
excellent question. That's the response I used to give to my coworkers um, when they wanted to go to a strip club.
That
I don't
especially.
Yeah.
I told them I don't like strip clubs. I don't care for strip clubs. What are you, gay? So what if I am? There are gay strip clubs too, and I won't
And
go to
the
them
and
either.
deals.
I won't go to them either. Why not? Because of this very question that Homestead posed right now. How many hours or statement? How many hours did I have to work to give up all this money? How many headaches? How many people did I have to deal with? How many supervisors did I have a negative encounter with to make this money so that I could just give it away like that? And
Th-
then the girl at the end of the night, the girl drives off in a car that's three times worth my car. Are you kidding me? Hell no.
And it's like this. And it's like this. They ain't working. It's like they ain't working because they trying to pay them bills. They working for that exact one thing, and that is for they can get Starbucks. And that is for they can and do this and do that, you know, that isn't important. Not knocking anybody down, how they do their money. It's like they working for the peoples that they blow all their money on. They not working what really is important. If I'm saying it correctly.
Yeah.
But then when it's too late, it'd be like, damn, what happened to all my money? Now what I'm gonna do? Well, maybe you should stop a habit that you know you're not gonna be able to support, and you know how times was gonna be or how it was gonna be in the get go. If I'm saying it correctly, I might not be, but that's just how I see it.
You feel about strip clubs how I feel about casinos. Because I walked
Same
out of
thing.
I walked out of casinos satisfied. Why? Because most of the time I didn't gamble. I just went for the food. I go for them buffets. Back then, I don't eat at buffets
Right.
now. But see, if I'm going to go to something, I'm gonna get. Yeah, I got DeAndre laughing. Yeah, I went for them buffets. I went for that. I went for them premium meats. I went for them desserts. I went to fill
Me
my
too.
fat face. That's what I'm saying. I don't go to no casino to gamble. What would I make all that money for and then sit there and blow it on a machine?
Now look, I know uh I know I'm gonna sound like a complete hypocrite right now. A
Okay.
complete hypocrite. I would not go to a strip club to lay my money down. But that does not mean what's that? I hear myself. But that does not mean that I won't try to get other people's money with my OnlyFans. Right here, this is the
See, here we go.
I knew that was coming.
Oh, good night. Put it away.
Yeah, put it away.
that's sexy. I don't know why.
No, it's not. No, ain't no way. Just put it away. But Hook It Up Homestead is on to something because that's why I started making those. Because I go buy, like I told you, a lot of vintage stuff. But guess what I did yesterday? Dropped off some of them vintage chairs to be sold.
Oh,
You
you
can
did?
make money. You
Oh,
can make
yeah.
money off this stuff from way back in the day.
And that's what I started doing. Why do you think I go to these shows? I ask myself how much harder did I work to get this money? Like she's saying, I ain't got time to play these games no more. Stuff is already falling apart. I'm sore right now. I got a headache. These knees pop when I want to bend down. Like good night. I ain't even 50 yet.
My knees be stiff and stuff. My toes be popping
Popping.
and popping when I
Listen, my
walk.
nose be popping. Okay.
I believe it. Look
Uh,
at it. Yeah, we believe it.
and y'all, I'm 30, and it's like, wow.
Let
Look.
me go feed this
This,
cat. Be right back.
okay, so I'm
Okay.
gonna wait. I'm gonna wait so I can say what I'm gonna say because I gotta say what I gotta say. Hey guys,
Uh-huh.
now that the professor's not here, right?
I'm here.
Now that the
What's up?
professor's not here, uh, I'm going to.
Huh?
What kind of chicken grease is this? Yeah. See, professor. I don't know. So look before she comes back. Ah, look at that.
Just in time to tell you to quit acting up.
Oh, oh,
Put it away. See, you thought I wouldn't go. Yeah, put it
damn.
away. We didn't come here for that.
Mm.
I'm glad you kept her question up. People make a lot of bad financial decisions doing stuff because they think they're entitled and then want to come back. I can't afford this. I can't afford that. But it's like DeAndre was saying, though. Do you understand for a $8 Starbucks that you can make that at home 10 plus times every day?
Yeah. Yep. Yep. They even have this little gadget that you can make the foam with.
That's
Look,
what I'm
you can
saying.
yeah, you can make it look like your favorite
And what's sad is if you're careful, you can get that little thing. It's like a little spinner, and you push the button. You can get it for under $5 if you know what you're doing.
I mean, I feel guilty. I pay $5 for a cup of water at Starbucks.
And that's the
I
thing
think,
with Starbucks. Everything there costs for no reason. That's why I quit going about every day. I knew a lady I'm friends with that moved to Georgia from Washington. She used to go to Starbucks 2 times a day and was living in low income. And I tried to explain,
what?
you're getting this big Starbucks drink every day. Do you understand that you're spending like $40 a week? And then it dawned on her that that's how her money was going. If you take 40 times
What?
4 in a month, what is that?
A lot. 40 times 4 is a lot. It's 120. For me, it's a lot. To spend on that, it's a lot.
Yes.
That's a lot to spend on.
And she was doing it 2 times a day.
I was kidding, hook it up. I was kidding, Homestead. I was only joking.
Yeah, I'm about to say, but that's the joke. That's the running joke with Starbucks. Even water costs you too much money.
Water in a cup, not even in a bottle. You know what I'm saying?
In order
Here
to,
in this country,
yeah,
okay, 70% of this economy is consumption.
that's the problem too.
So, but it doesn't impact everyone the same way.
Not really.
If you're poor and you're caught up on consumption, you'll never get out of poverty.
Facts.
If you want to get out of poverty, there's a way. But then there's that word that people really don't like. They hate this word. It's called sacrifice. Oh God, why did you use that word? Yeah. Yeah, that's like a bad word for a lot of people. Sacrifice. Okay, so AJ, here's an example of AJ who, when I used to do the Whip It Out Wednesday, I used to post AJ's account, right?
Right.
So here's the example of what sacrifice will do, which he's still doing.
Right.
I'll present it later on. AJ was making a certain amount. With that certain amount, he was still able to have some, he's got kids, but he was able to go out like once a week. The kids would stay with mom or with grandma. He would go out, have a couple of beers, whatever. He would still, laugh it up, watch sports with his friends at a bar, whatever the case is. Here comes an increase in pay. You got a raise. So now my question to him was, if you were to take this money, this extra money, and invest it, can you still carry on? Can you still have fun with what you were receiving before the raise? The answer was yes. Okay, well then that raise don't exist. So take that money, invest it, let it yield returns throughout time. Okay. This money, $35 a week. Once the $35 a week goes into that other account, to that investment account, that money has disappeared. It no longer exists. You've got your account on automatic transfer. You don't have to think about it. It's gone. And that account does not exist because as it gets bigger, it's going to be like somebody stranded on an island, and that account is going to start looking like a steak dinner. So do that. That's a sacrifice. You're going to get more raises in the future, and you can do however you want to do with that next raise. But with this, the sacrifice becomes less of a sacrifice in time because you get used to living off of what you initially started. Okay, so if there's an increase in some expenses like rent or whatever, yeah, then you tap into or you reshape whatever amount that you're going to need for your basic needs. But with that money that you're putting off aside, and you can increase it with the years proportionally, along with your increases in pay.
Right.
Just remember, I'll tell you a story. This is true. Now, in my case is different because I was using options. I was trading options. But it got to the point where, I think I told the story before, I went up to a dispatcher and said, listen, took my, I have my platform, my trading platform. My dispatcher didn't understand what the hell they were looking at. And they said, what are you showing me? I said, I'm showing you right here. This is my trading account. I'm not going to get into the numbers, but I'm going to tell you what it represents. If you thought I was a shithead before, I'm going to be a real shithead now, because right now I am generating with this account on a yearly basis what I make here on a yearly basis. Which means that although I like the money that I'm getting through both accounts, both the work and this account, you're less relevant. Okay? You're less relevant now. And I became a tremendous headache in that company. Tremendous headache. But the sacrifice paid off, and it usually pays off. Provided that you're disciplined, right? Discipline and consistency. I'm always saying it. And don't get wrapped up. You'll do well. You'll be able to buy all the tacos you want with no mayonnaise on it. Okay?
Okay.
Okay.
What you say? I just came back and my mic was off. I missed every damn thing, didn't I?
What? So okay, so the sacrifice that I was just talking about, Double D, it's not a sacrifice you have to make for the rest of your life. You don't have to make it for the rest of your life, because the money that you make, if you're disciplined and consistent, will compound. The money will compound. So your account will grow exponentially as it gets big. It gets bigger. It starts out small, but then all of a sudden you go from $200 to $2,000, from $2,000 to $3,500, and it keeps getting bigger and bigger. The magic number, you ready for this?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
$100,000.
Holy shit.
Once you get to $100,000, game over. It's game over.
That's enough for me to go to Oakland, California and stay there forever.
Game over. You reach $100,000 in your investing, game over.
Oh, wow.
That's a threshold. You reach that threshold?
You ask me, can I say threshold?
Yeah. Threshold.
Threshold.
Yeah. You want me to say it again? Threshold. Okay. What the heck?
Don't make me choke on this bread.
Oh my goodness.
She said,
Take that
why?
bread out.
I want to know too, why?
I'm not telling you. Yes, I am. Of course I'm going to tell you. What the heck?
Yeah, tell us why.
Because the returns on $100,000 increases so much larger and so much faster that it's easier to get from 1 million, from 100,000 to a million. And it's a psychological thing as well. When you see $100,000 in your account, you don't want to mess that up.
Hold on.
You don't want that sucker to go down, not even a penny. You're gonna look at that thing and you're just gonna fantasize. And if you thought that you were selective about your spending before 100,000, when you hit 100,000, you really become selective, and you enjoy becoming selective. You actually enjoy it. It's psychological, really, more than anything else. I mean, yes, your money grows faster and in larger quantities, but it's that psychological thing of seeing all those numbers on your account. Yeah, you don't want that sucker to go down. You don't want to see $999,999.99. You don't want to see that. You don't want to see that. So you know what you do? You look for ways to make sure it don't go down. But then you start adding more.
Oh.
Yeah. And it's like you enjoy it. Believe it or not, you enjoy it. Then when everybody's talking about, hey, you know, we're gonna go on this cruise, $3,000, but I deserve it. I worked hard for it. Yeah, you're gonna be the one standing there going, yeah, 8,000. Okay, I'll see you there. Yo, we didn't see you guys there. Homestead, where were you? Double D, where were you? Professor, where were you? We didn't see you on the cruise. I thought you were going with us. Yeah, we went. Went to our damn investment account and deposited $8,000. What? And like I said, you will not have a problem with it whatsoever. Maybe as you're approaching, maybe as you're starting out, you see that 100,000, like, damn, that's so far away. But as you get closer and closer to it, I can see the professor coming home now with a bag of groceries. And your husband's looking at that bag. It's like, yo, where's everything else? What? Yeah, I mean, there's only one jar of mayonnaise in here. Where's the food? Oh, I didn't want to spend the money. What? What you mean you didn't want to spend the money? How are we gonna eat? Oh, okay, we'll go. We'll go back and get something. Well, what'd you do with the money? Put in the investment account. What?
See, my husband wouldn't get mad about that because he monitors our TSP, and if anything, he wants me to increase mine.
Oh, okay. I wouldn't increase it. I would open up an individual account and do it myself. I just hit off the queen with seven stocks, and she's gonna be bubbling. She's gonna be bubbling soon. She's gonna be bubbling. I'm telling you right now, this is not financial advice, but I'm telling you right now.
That's what the thing about it is, that's why I plug your channel a lot. I keep telling people it's 2025 now. We're already in spring. 2030 is fastly approaching.
It's right around the corner. Look at this. Look, I did a video on insurance. I had to get an insurance license in order to sell annuities. But I wasn't into life insurance or anything, and I don't promote life insurance, and I'll tell you why right now. But
I want to know, yeah, because I've been thinking about getting a policy.
I'll tell you what upsets me. Paying life insurance, I get upset that I pay so much money for life insurance, and everybody's disrespectful. Let me tell you something about life insurance. First of all, why would I do a contract with you with the thought that you're going to pass away and I'm going to have to cough up this money. Why? Why would I do that? In the insurance industry, you got individuals that are called actuaries, and they're the ones that do all the math associated with the probabilities.
Right.
So they want to know where you live, what kind of lifestyle you have, how old you are, have you had any diseases, have you had any surgeries, what kind of diseases are in your family, this, that, and the third, because they're working out the probabilities. They're working out the probabilities. Are we going to have to pay this individual 10 years from now, 15 years from now? Because they like jumping out of planes or something like that. But they know what the probabilities are. And of course, it's going to be in their favor, where they think that nothing's going to happen to you and they're not going to have to pay you out. Or you're
Oh.
survivors.
Oh.
Yeah. How convenient. Whole life is the worst. And any kind of investment attachment with whole life is absolute trash. My mother had Prudential whole life. I'll tell you what else to do. I'll tell you what else right now. My mother had whole life, I think, for like 40 years or something like that. And I was a beneficiary. I got my check in the mail, Prudential Life, and I opened that thing up. And wow, here we go. Yeah, it's like $400. That woman paid so much money into that policy. It was a whole life policy. She paid so much money into that policy.
Is it
Just for that 40 years later, her beneficiary, her son, can get $400. And it wasn't
What?
like
You
distributed amongst all of
serious?
us. Yeah, I'm dead serious. Yeah.
so she was like in a, I'm sorry for interrupting you. I didn't mean to cut in
No,
front
you're
of
good.
you.
No, you're good.
So I was like, was she like in the insurance?
She had insurance. She bought a policy.
Oh, she
She
had
bought a life
insurance.
insurance. Yeah,
Oh, she
whole life.
she had insurance on herself, like her insurance policy.
Listen, Homestead, there's another way you can do that. You don't need life insurance. Add something onto your kids.
I have a cautionary tale about what you said because you're right. When my grandma passed away in 2022, the only reason we could pay for her funeral is because my aunt carefully managed her savings account, and that's what paid for most of that funeral. That life
Mhm.
insurance was boo boo, and she had been paying into it for years.
Listen, personally,
Oh,
I would let that policy lapse. That's what I would do personally. This is not financial advice, y'all. I
I
would
know.
let that policy lapse. I don't know how much you're paying into that monthly, but I would take that money and put it into a Roth IRA. Eventually, I would try to sit down with a tax lawyer, create a trust. That way, the money can be passed on to your kids without the government getting involved. Okay?
I
What's
tell
that?
you,
What's that?
you
About prepaying my own plot and burial. You won't need to do all that. You won't need to do
I
all that.
t-
600
I
every 6 months. So 100 a month.
Are your adoptive parents still alive, Hook It Up Homestead? Or were you an only child? I know what she's saying because if I went tomorrow, I would be in trouble probably. Well, not necessarily financially.
Listen, all that
I
stuff could
don't
be
blame
done
her. I
through a
don't want.
will.
Yeah, because I don't. Yeah, okay, because I don't want to be cremated either. I want to be
Yeah.
buried.
All
I
that
want to
st-
be
all that stuff
buried.
all that stuff could be all that stuff could be done with a will. You don't need listen, like I said, I don't have life insurance. I would never get life insurance. I know the whole um I know the whole sales pitch
Oh,
for life insurance. Okay, I know the whole sales pitch. And I'm telling you right now, I would not get life insurance. I don't
oh,
have life insurance. So. So what I have is different levels of asset protection. Okay, an EIN number can be, doesn't have to be, but it can be attached to a form of asset protection. When you get an LLC, that's a form of asset protection. That's a layer of asset protection. Now, there are several layers of asset protection. The higher up you go on that protection ladder, the harder it is for people to sue you or try to take what's yours. Okay? Uh you got LLC, you got S corps, you got C corps, you got Inc, and then you have trusts, and then you have foundations. Listen, foundation is the ultimate protection. Okay? The ultimate protection. For lawyers to pierce that veil, super hard. Super duper hard. LLCs are complicated for people who are trying to sue you. Trusts are even harder, and foundation is the hardest. Try to get at you. So, what I do is I have multiple layers of protection. I have accounts under. I have a will. So, whatever I leave behind will get passed on to my children without having the government step in and deciding who's going to get what, because it's all in the will. That's a one-shot deal. Not paying monthly for a will. What I contribute to are various, more than one, various investment accounts, and it is from that my kids are going to get money without having to pay taxes either, because that's the big pitch about life insurance. Because the money gets transferred to your beneficiary, and it doesn't pay taxes. But you could do that through these structures I mentioned. So you don't need all that. I don't see the point. That's $1,200 a year you're putting in. How much is that in? What's that? 120,000 in 10 years. 240,000 in 20 years. What I tell you, the threshold is 100,000. You get to 100,000, it's a wrap.
Yep. Okay, that makes sense. That's sad that why did she leave her adopted home when she was 12? Not that she has to answer. Because I know your biological mother's up here by me in Washington. I get what she's saying, where you know you don't really have much of anybody. Because most of my dad's side of the family, I told you, I have a 0 ounce of trust in those people. But see, now that you mentioned trust and foundations, I got to protect my money, because if I went tomorrow, they'd come fight my husband and know that we're not that close.
They would want that money. They wouldn't want what's important. They just be trying to hurry up and get you in the ground under so they can get that money and blow it.
Yep.
And
Yep.
and that's the honest truth about family these days. That's really a test. What's really important, the money or was you important? And they find out you have money and they find out you gone. They'll make like they so sad that you gone. No, they ain't crying because they not crying and sad because you gone. They crying and sad because they know that money.
Hey,
Yep.
Brandon, did you read what she put up there? My adopted mother had sent me to a locked facility and I was locked up in many girls' homes until 17. That's atrocious.
It
That's terrible.
really is. I didn't know that. I thought maybe her adoptive mother was also live in the woods. Oh,
But check, yeah, for 15 months.
oh
At
wow.
13, at 13.
Don't feel bad. Hook it up, Homestead. My biological only reason I exist is because my mom don't believe in abortion, and I know that's mean to say, but for real,
Oh my word.
I just drove by
I'm just being
Palestine,
real.
Texas. What's up? What's up, Brandon? Look, I wanna show you guys something. Don't worry, you can look at it.
Her
Let's say,
story is heartbreaking. I didn't know Hook It Up because she's so nice. I didn't know you went through that.
listen,
I'm
listen.
sorry to hear that,
I don't know.
Homestead.
I don't know
Yeah.
how you feel about your adopted mom, but somebody like me with my personality in the picture, knowing that, man, it would have been hard for me not to lay hands on her. Seriously, if she
Yeah.
did that to you, it would be hard for me.
Why
Being you.
adopt a child and then do that? That's what I'm tripping on. Because I know Hook It Up met her biological mom once and came to Washington State to meet her.
Listen, she's better than me. She's better
It
than
can
me.
yield that much 673.
Oh, it caught your attention, huh?
Oh, yeah, I pay attention, Mr. Burns.
Ha ha ha. No, but it caught me off guard because I didn't even start reading it yet. You what? You honed in on that sucker. Like, okay, look, this is $100,000 invested for 20 years. The potential yield depends on investment strategy and average annual return. A high yield savings account might earn around 4,600 per year. By the way, I blow that out. That's peanuts. While a diversified portfolio with an average return of 10% can yield $673,000. That's the
Wow.
yield. That's the yield.
Wow.
That's the yield. Okay? And that's without contributing. Keep that in mind. Like I said, when you hit 100,000, you don't just let it rock. You look for ways to keep contributing to that sucker. So that's 673,000. That's on the low end. Okay?
Oh, wow.
Okay?
Okay. Like, wow, though.
Okay.
Okay? So we got, yeah. So we got tons of people sleeping out there. They're sleeping, but that's part of what's done subconsciously to us through the marketing that we grow up with. Because the marketing is crafty. The marketing isn't just designed to have you give up your power for the sake of purchasing goods that you probably don't even need. But it's important for our economy. However, it's not the only thing that's put in your subconscious mind when the marketing kicks in. Okay, there are other things. For example, uh, approaching family and friends and trying to convince them to get on the bandwagon. That's programmed into your subconscious mind by way of the marketing. The feel, the feeling that you need to belong, they tap into that. You're not wearing what I'm wearing or the same brand I'm wearing. You're not one of us. Oh my God, I'm not one of you. Oh, what do I do? Buy this. But I don't need that. Then do you want to be one of us or not? That's part of what's implanted through the marketing. So the marketing is crafty. It ain't just okay. So this is how Homestead keeps the peace. She's got Christ in her heart. She keeps the peace. Yes. It's the peace. Like I said, if I had to go through something like that, you ain't never gonna see me ever.
I have Christ in my heart too, but good. Well, I do need to go back to church, but I didn't. I thought maybe when you got adopted, you had a great life because your biological mom didn't raise you.
Everybody
It
doesn't have that.
it it's some it's sometimes the other way around. Even though your biological mama um wasn't there or didn't do right by their biological child, when they're being foster homes, kids are getting treated worse in foster home and adopted homes more than
Yeah, they were.
anything.
I hear a lot of stories about abuse that goes on in foster homes.
And they wonder why the kids act the way they act because of the mistreatment that they was brought into. Like they haven't had the opportunity to examine what real love is and what it's like to be loved. Like every time, you know, a child thinks they're gonna be in a safe environment and home, they ended up getting mistreated by the adopted parents or their real parents. Like I'm not saying it goes for everybody, but from what I've saw, that's why it's a lot of kids or teenagers that do the heinous stuff that they do because of, I guess, they weren't paid enough attention, or I don't know. But I always end up mixing up my words. I'll try to make sense, but
Oh, by the way, I didn't mean to insinuate, Professor, that you didn't pay attention to my videos as a whole.
I
I
get
was
what
just
you're
talking about
saying,
how.
but with Hook It Up Homestead,
Yeah.
I just think that's sad. It explains why she's such a dedicated mom to her own children.
yes,
And that's
Yeah.
what Brandon
Well,
said. You
well,
ain't
well, well.
never lied.
Thankfully,
Look what
thank
Brandon.
God she didn't repeat the pattern. Thank God, because that happens a lot.
well, that is true too. A lot of foster peoples do adopt kids for the benefits, not for the right reasons and well being.
Brandon ain't never lied, man. They be wanting that check.
That check is
Bad.
fatty.
I know what you're saying, Hook It Up Homestead, because when I grew up, a girl told me in elementary school, I wish I had your mama because she's so nice. And I looked at her funny because I'm like, you don't know how she is when behind closed doors. And that's the thing. I had my biological mom my whole life, and she was a mess from things that she didn't deal with. That's so shocking because she's such a devoted mother. I thought Hook It Up Homestead had like a white picket fence childhood. I love that video she showed of her daughter's baby shower before her little grandson was born. She
I
had
was
such a
dancing.
yeah. So that's the thing. She just didn't repeat those bad patterns. But Hook It Up seems like such a good wife and mom. I just did not see this coming. Sometimes you can't judge a book by its cover. You just got to open the book and find out the truth. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
I work with a lady, and I finally had to tell her the other day. Um, I was scared of you when I first met you, and I told her this last week. She said, "Why?" I told her, I thought that you were a happily married woman married to a multimillionaire and just took this job as a hobby. I thought you was bougie." And she burst out laughing because nothing could be further from the truth. We form these opinions and find out it's not the truth. I've met people that thought because of how eloquent they think I talk, I come from a two-parent stable home. No, my
Hmm.
mom was a mess. My dad for a while, but he's mellowed out and we get along now. My mom, mm-mm. Have you ever met somebody you can catch them in a lie, and when you try to explain, they downplay it? That's how she is.
Ooh,
So then I
that's
met
that's.
you.
Oof.
because then I'm like, Mr. Burns got a good sense of humor. I bet he had a wonderful mother. I thought that about you.
Well, my mother was good. Overall, my parents were good, but my dad was a severe, um,
And
what do
then
you
you
call it?
told me about how his mother was, and then it's like,
Oh yeah,
bleh.
yeah.
Some,
He made it crystal clear. Under no circumstance is he to be buried anywhere near.
and then DeAndre seemed to have had a wonderful mother. She just left us early on.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
that's
That's
sad
sad.
too, is when they were wonderful people and they go into the afterlife early.
Super sad.
Super sad. She got her children and her grandchildren, so she created that. See, I think secretly I never had kids because whatever is in my mom, I never wanted to pass that down.
Yeah, yeah. I'm not into I'm not big into the corporal punishment on my children like that.
I wouldn't be either.
I'm not big like that. My dad's forget it, but I'm not. And my brother isn't like that either. The one that is my sister, the one whose mom is in
Whose
the
son
one
is
who's
in the.
yeah, yeah.
But the
She
thing
was
about
oh
it
my
is,
God.
it's remarkable how great he turned out considering that.
I listen, I'm flabbergasted. Seriously, flabbergasted.
But see,
Because
you know,
you need for him to get to where he is now, you really have to have a lot of self-control, a lot of discipline.
you sure do. You can't fly off
Mm-hmm.
the handle.
No. So in other words, there's no bitterness from the way his mom treated him. There's no bitterness.
Cause I can say even though I lost my mama when I was 4 and she was 25, and I had people's asking me, do you want to have kids soon? I say I don't know. I really don't know. And that's the truth. I really don't know. And I'm gonna be honest with y'all, if I may say this, for years, I don't know if I told y'all, I never had a relationship with my daddy when I was little till about now. In the upcoming years, like
Oh,
we talk
really?
every, yeah, like
Damn.
we talk every now and then, but when I found out he had cancer, that's when I tried to, reach out to him. Not because of that, but because, I lost a parent. I know what it's like. I lost a mama. I know what it's like. And that's why I try to tell people. I say, when y'all lose y'all mama, y'all lost half of y'all best friend. Y'all better treat your mama right. No matter how mad she make y'all or this and that the third, treat her right. Because when she gone, part of you is gone. But I know a lot of people can't relate to what I'm going through. But like when I found out that my daddy had cancer, I decided to reach out to him, and I did. I went over there to visit him. But after that, it's kind of like we tried to talk out, what went wrong in our estranged thing because it was a point of time he didn't want to claim me, but he'd say I wasn't his child, and that's a story for another day. And it was a point I despised him. It was a point where I despised him, like I couldn't stand him because of that. And I know that's bad of me to say, but that's the truth. I despised him.
My father didn't meet his father till he was 19.
Wow.
And I don't think the relationship was good because I had to find out about my grandfather through my mother's side of the family or somebody from my father's side of the family. But he didn't talk about it.
Wait a minute. Homestead said DeAndre, I watched your video when you said in the past about getting over anything in the past. Get past it. I try, but this is one thing I have not been able to get past. And I completely understand that some things is hard to get past. Like I still try to get over things, but still I can't. It's a lot of things I can't get past. I completely understand you hook it up, Homestead. I respect that, and I understand what you're saying.
The worst relatives are the ones who have your phone number, but they
Hmm.
want you to call them to pretend like y'all
That
are
is so
close.
ridiculous.
Ain't that
Yeah,
crazy?
like
It's ridiculous.
my brother's like, Auntie, can you tell Tara to call me? I said, Jerry got my number. If he want to call me, he can call me. My number has not
Right.
been.
Why don't you just call?
Yeah, the
Like exactly like my phone work. My phone works just like y'all's do.
I've had the same phone number since 2000. What? I want to say I
What's
got this number
behind that?
2008, 2009.
What's behind that? I don't understand that.
I think a little bit of it is guilt.
Look,
Just for that, I'm gonna
I
bust
tell.
out the baby oil.
Oh
Oh
Lord,
Lord. Okay, look, let DeAndre keep going. He acting up.
I was like, I will not use my number. I will not call them. Listen, I feel like this. If you ain't talked to me in about 3 or 4, 5, 6, 7 and up years, why all of a sudden you want to talk to me now? It ain't like we had a relationship. You know what I'm saying? Like when somebody far off hears something about somebody, and that's when they want to call and be like, "What happened?" You know, I always no, you didn't, because if you did, you would have called. Don't try to boost somebody else's head up to call. You know what I'm saying? It's like people's
No.
and you know what? People's will use the most serious situations, what's going on with somebody, just to try to get a pass. Like, no, that ain't how it works. If I'm making it sound correctly.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no.
I get what you're saying.
I promise you, because lately it's like people's have been getting on my nerves. Like lately, like it's a lot of stuff that I do not want to be around. Like now, I don't want to be around stuff. Cause now that I'm turned 30, it's like I'm just letting these childish peoples go, because and childish situations go, because I tell you some things that's happening now, I can't put up with no more. But back in my early days, like, oh, okay, but now I'm like, oh, same thing over again. I'm not finna get drained. Like, people irk me. If I feel like you irking me, I would like literally cut them person off, block them, and do whatever. I just won't communicate again. I know that's bad to say, but sometimes family can drag you down.
Is
This is
that
one of the
like,
newest. This is one of the newest member. They're depositing $20 a week into this trading account,
yeah.
investment account, and he's already up $3.45 already.
But I get Hook It Up Homestead. She wants to leave something for her kids and grandkids.
I wouldn't do it through life insurance. No, do that.
Do you think she feels guilt for how she treated you, but don't want to say sorry though? Hook It Up Homestead.
No, do that.
Hey y'all, I will be right back. I'm gonna let my phone charge up, finish charging up, but I will be right back if y'all still on.
Okay,
I'm gonna I'm gonna leave soon because I gotta
good.
be up at 3 o'clock in the morning to deliver.
Oh, that
Oh,
sounded bad. I'm sorry. I was meaning that roast is starting to sound good that I put in that crock pot a few hours ago.
I'm so sorry. I wasn't trying to rush off or nothing, but I just wanted
No, no,
my
no,
phone.
no, no, no. That
No,
that
I
was
ain't.
that was.
That's
I
a
gotta
good segue.
appreciate. I gotta appreciate because I don't know when to shut up. So
I
those
gotta
those are
appreciate
important
that
cues.
roast gonna taste delicious.
Surely is trust the process.
Been
Married
a
for
long time.
27
She
years
was
and
married.
divorced her husband. Now his birth dad. He was in prison for almost 20 years. And he paroled to her apartment.
Oh wow, I'm sorry, Hook It Up Homestead. That just
I'm so
sounds bad.
sorry.
Oh man, he was in prison.
Oh,
Birthday.
that comment don't shock me because I heard the Latino community frown heavy on that.
Oh, they're crazy with it.
But they,
But then again, they didn't raise. They acted a fool when you was a child. Who are they to judge that you married somebody of a different race?
I
They
mean,
didn't. Go
um,
ahead, DeAndre.
I mean, isn't? But it is. I'm sorry. I been not say it because I might say it wrong. But I was gonna say, isn't? But isn't Latinos black as well? Like
Some of them are, but
some of them,
the lighter skinned ones who look close to white don't want. I
to
forgot
claim it.
what's that term they use in Latin America of keeping the bloodline clean. I forgot what it's called.
Yeah, don't damage the race is what they say.
Yeah, but there's a
Oh,
Latin term they say it in Spanish, and I can't think of what it's
No
called.
dañe la raza.
Oh, that's what it is.
oh, you
Yes.
speak Spanish good.
Yep, sure do.
Like that? I'm gonna say it again. No dañe la raza.
Ah!
Let me start. Let me quit. Let
But
me
that's what
quit.
I'm saying though. Lots of Mexicans like yeah, that's true. Like lots of people who are Mexican would rather mix with white people than black people to purify the bloodline, DeAndre, despite the fact that there are Afro Latinos.
Let me tell you what a Latin man
Oh,
would say. Let me tell you what a Latin man or a Latin mother would say. ¿Y qué tú haces con esa persona? ¿Tú te volviste loco? No, señor, en esta casa no. Yo no quiero prieto en esta casa. Mira a ver lo que tú haces.
oh wow.
Oh wow,
He
what
he just
about
gave me a whole Spanish lesson. I feel like
sure
I got told. I feel like I got
I
told
gave
off
it
in
to you.
Spanish.
Where's Carmen San Diego, baby? What?
before I let you go, do you know that white singer Carly Simon?
Yes.
I think
Technically
I.
she's black. Her
Mm-hmm.
family covered up the fact that her either grandmother or great grandmother was an Afro Latino. It's just
Ooh,
that in time they lightened the bloodline and didn't talk about it. And she found out much later on in life when she was already famous that she had black ancestry.
oh,
Well,
That's
so
that's what's going on, DeAndre. Just go watch videos about it. They don't play that in Latin America. Uh,
no, they don't
ain't
like that.
no ain't no marrying a visible black person, even if they are Afro Latino. They got a whole different like set of racism going on with that.
Yeah,
oh wow.
There's a whole
yeah,
province in Mexico that's predominantly black, and they keep those
yeah.
black people look as black as you, and they speak Spanish, but they keep those people in that province.
I'm definitely gonna have to
They're in
check that out
Chiapas. If
sometime.
I'm not mistaken, they're in Chiapas.
That's what it is. Yeah, that's the place.
I'm
But I
not.
mean, go ahead.
And the thing is, I'm not even Hispanic, and I love the his. I love the Hispanic history. I love learning all about types of history, but I had no idea
Oh yeah, the racism in Mexico is off the chain.
that it was that powerful. That it was that.
Who is that?
See,
Who is?
that's
Oh,
Jane Elliott.
oh yeah, she's the yeah. You got to look her up. She's the white lady that's saying that black people gonna get back at white people one day
Not only that,
for all the evil
she
that.
wants us to
Yeah.
stop using the term indigenous.
I ain't never used that word. I don't even know what that word
Don't be
is.
using that word, D. You know
I don't
why?
even. I don't even know what it is.
Well, you know what
In
she explained?
Native American, that's another way of saying it. The people who were native to this land before we all got here.
Yeah,
Oh,
but you know what Jane says about those people?
thank,
What?
thank you, thank you, Homestead.
Yeah.
Thank
They're
you.
originally, yo, you be cooking in your bedroom, man?
Yeah, he be cutting the potatoes and using the spices I bought
Yo,
and stuff.
what about
And
the
in the
sausages?
and in
You
the air
be
fry.
Stop it. You stop. You act like nobody caught that.
Look, I'm gonna have to make some more videos of that. Okay, I'm gonna have to make some more videos for y'all
Yep.
in my room, in my air fryer and stuff. I promise y'all I will. It's just that I
Well, you
have a
know
lot.
what? You know these. I'm sorry, Deep, but do you know who these natives are? Huh?
Who are
Uh,
they?
Who
Jane
who they
Jane
is?
Elliott broke it. They're from Africa. They came over 17,000 years ago.
Yeah, like
What?
in Latin America, those big Olmec heads. Black
Oh,
people have been over here longer than they want you to know. Just some of them were bred out. Oh, that's a whole nother live. I'm not going, yeah.
yeah, because it's something else I
No,
want to say.
no, no.
It's something else I want to say, but I'm gonna save it to the other live that I want to say.
Well, I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna say it right now. Now I understand. My 12-year-old. He's a little. He calls me Olmec.
Does he?
Yeah.
Oh,
Now I understand why.
he's subliminally letting you know that he studies that. I think that's remarkable,
No, he's
Mr.
subliminally letting me know I got a big head.
Oh wow.
Yeah, because
He's
they're
a
also,
clown.
What?
but I think he loves you in his own way,
He
though.
loves me. He loves me tremendously. You should see how he reacts when I get home.
You got to hurry and find you a new job before he becomes a teenager so you can be with him more.
He's 12 teen right now.
But what
He's
I'm
acting up.
saying is, like, you got a good 3 years before he turns 15. But
Yeah,
yeah, hook it up, Homestead. You gonna be yeah, DeAndre. You gotta research that. The racism in Latin America is ooh ooh ooh.
it's
I'm
rough.
definitely,
It is rough.
I'm definitely,
It's
I'm
rough.
definitely, I'm definitely gonna look that up sometime.
It's rough.
I really want to thank y'all for telling me because I really did not know.
I
Thank you,
knew.
Stupid with it.
thank you
I
so
served.
much, Homestead. I don't
Yep,
know if I,
I served with some Mexicans that told me about it. So
I got a lot of, Mexican friends that I communicate with, and they never showed me any types of signs of um racism or anything. They always speak to me, treat me nice, communicate with me and everything.
yeah, some people don't have those problems with some Mexicans. Some Mexicans know the history and don't care about that racism. So that's probably what you ran into. But knowing what I know, it don't shock me that Hook It Up Homestead's biological father would say that to her. But it's like he didn't raise you and he was in prison. So who is he to judge that?
Yeah, that's true.
He wasn't there. Oh, I'm happy to see you, but how dare you do that? Well, how dare you get your butt put in prison for 20 years, boo boo?
Now clock that type of tea.
T, yeah. You had a whole child wanted to be raised. Okay, let me stop because I'm not trying to judge your situation. I'm sorry.
I'm about to I don't mean to, I'm about to I'm gonna let my phone charge. I don't want it to go dead on y'all or anything. But
Yeah.
I just wanted to come through and support because I missed the live yesterday, and I did not know that you went live yesterday, Mr. Burns, because I didn't get the notification.
You didn't know?
I didn't get the notification till after you had went live, and it said you had went live like 4 hours or some yesterday. I'm like, what the? I didn't get the notification. Where was I at?
Yo, you were mad late.
Mad late. I'm like, damn. He
Do
gonna
you want
think.
to
What?
table what she said about the old generation later? Because I know DeAndre's phone is dying, and I know that that roast has been calling my name. It wants to be eaten. You know what I mean? You know how something was made so delicious, you just gotta go devour it.
Devour it.
Yep. Mr. Bird's like Tara ain't got no Tara got issues.
She got that rose call her name.
Yep.
Oh.
Tara. Onions and taters is in here too.
Come and eat
Oh.
me.
Huh? What you talking about, D? Yo,
The
D.
roast, the roast,
He's
the
talking
roast.
about the roast, but
The
Yeah,
carrots, the
okay.
potatoes.
Y'all be talking about me, but y'all y'all be sneaking stuff in there too.
I'm just hoping. Okay, before I go for real though, I'm hoping she's not feeling guilty. Yeah,
Did you
DeAndre,
see
did you
her?
see where I said I think it's the old generation that was so against
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
yeah,
I just
yeah.
saw that.
They don't like that.
I'm just now getting to that, and I agree because it's like the older generation, they got that old school in them. That's all. I guess that's all they know. Or all they were taught. Like they very different from the new generation. Like the new generation, they don't care. They don't really care. But it's like the older generation. It's like they don't
They
believe
be
in
on them.
this. They don't believe in that. And I completely understand it, and I agree with Homestead 100%. And it is crazy that some of the old school don't want to learn about the new school and new generation. That it's not like it was back then.
They
I
don't want to know.
apologize, Homestead. I'm not judging you. It's just that if people are going to be judgmental of your life, you can't live in a glass house and throw stones. So I should have kept my mouth shut, but at the same time, it's like, ugh.
What? What do you mean? It was good that you said it.
I thought all this time that her adoptive parents, because she brought them up before, I thought that she lived in a loving, stable home. All right, y'all. For real, dog, I really
Guys,
need to go eat.
stay fresh
I will. We will.
Okay, we'll do.
We'll
and
do.
keep it. Oh, you
I
said.
Yeah, keep it profitable.
I
You
see.
got-
I see y'all later. I see you later, Miss Professor,
Oh,
Mr. Burns, and
I
Homestead.
hope that. Good night, Brandon. I hope that you
Good
guys
night,
were able
Brandon. Good
to,
night,
Brandon.
Homestead.
especially you, Professor. I hope that the discussion that we had over here on the 401k was.
Oh yeah, I like the financial stuff. It was eye opening. I need to look into that foundation. I didn't know there was something higher than a trust. Never heard
Yeah.
of that.
Yeah. Just a truck driver, right?
No, not really. We know. We know you know some stuff. All right. Good night, Brandon, and hook it up and DeAndre and Mr. Burns.
Good night, everybody. I see y'all
Stop it.
later.
You stop it. Good night.
See y'alls.